I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso.
We are 1 week out from the New York City Marathon. Let's give you a catch up on what training is and obviously your best tips to have the best race next week. Let's go. So it's the final race next week for me, final big race actually next week of the New York Marathon. I think this year has been a pretty average year racing wise. I haven't PB'd in anything except for the mile, but I'm hoping next week is a good week. Aim is go out and run a sub 3 in New York. Best time there is actually 2:58.48 I think it is. So anywhere around that will be amazing, especially off the back of London. So that's my aim. So in the past 4 weeks, because it's been 4 weeks since London, I took a week off. I then started a new program for just to build up towards New York and just to get me in a good physical shape. So what does that look like? I think more than anything, I didn't do or haven't done any volume whatsoever. Longest run has probably been about 9 miles, working on some steady pace and also easy work, interval work, tempo work. So working around that without the need for anything long or anything, that's just going to add more load and fatigue. So it's been quite nice, it's been quite a nice change, and hopefully it sets me up for a nice week. So kit wise, for next week we are going with either the Alphafly 2 or backup of a pair of Vaporfly X% 2. Reason why I say that, I have been testing the Alphafly 2 Proto, the white colorway. Feels good, feels really nice at marathon pace. If you haven't checked out my fueling video for a marathon or a long run actually, do check it out in the upper right hand corner. But every 6 to 7k, a Morton gel, alternate between caffeine, non-caffeine, caffeine, non-caffeine, caffeine, non-caffeine, until your stomach can't tolerate it anymore. That is a plan. And also the days beforehand to also have the 320 mix, which is tried and tested, done it so many times now, it kind of works. Here are some tips that you need for the New York Marathon if you are running or if you're returning after a long time. Let's go straight into it to help you have a really good race next weekend. Tip number 1, don't go too fast. Simple as that. It's so easy. It sounds so dumb, but start steady, build your way into it, finish strong. Whether that's through a pacing, whether that's through your heart rate, whether it's through feeling, through effort, whatever it might be. 10 10 10, 10 miles with your legs, 10 miles with your head, and 10k with your heart. So that is the best method, and that is tip number 1. Tip number 2 is New York Marathon is a very technical, tricky, tough course. Take it from me, I've done it 3 times, and it is very much, you can get sucked into pushing too hard too soon, and also not using the way to run hills, bridge inclines, because there are many bridges during that race. There are many sections during that race outside of the bridges, for example 4th Avenue, 1st Avenue, Central Park, Willis Bridge, all these sort of areas that can trick you into a false sense of that you're feeling good, but you're also not realizing what's coming in the rest of the course. So use the bridge inclines, tippy toes, hear the sounds, because it's very eerie on some parts of the course. The noise is incredible, can't deny that, but use the bridges, do not push too hard, and also use them in a way that you can also just release yourself on the downhills, not go mad, not go too crazy, but also give yourself an opportunity to just try and maintain an even pace more than anything on those bridges, because if you run it too hard, your quads will be feeling it very early on, and it is a long slog even before you got to Central Park. Tip number 3 is use the crowd. If you need to put your name on your vest, do that. If not, G up the crowd, use them. New York Marathon is my favorite race of all. The crowd is just a level above London. Soak up the energy because it's an incredible atmosphere on the New York course, and more than anything, just enjoy yourself and take in the experience of running. Not many people have the opportunity to run the New York Marathon, so if you are there or if you're looking to do it, definitely soak up the atmosphere. 4 is the weather for next week isn't looking too bad. Historically has been pretty cold for the ones that I've done in New York. You don't need to probably bring too much cold weather clothing, but it's going to be pretty cold in Staten Island So bring some layers that you can discard, bring some warm clothes, bring your snacks, bring your breakfast, bring your food, everything you need for the start of the race. Tip number 5, final tip, is that the race does not finish at the start of Central Park. You go a long way into Central Park and then back out. Just think of it as a long sort of U-bend tour into Central Park. There are certain sections of the race kind of winds into other sections and it's quite tricky, but stay strong, enjoy it, breathe, soak it all in and have a really good race. That's 75 minutes done for today, wrapping up week 3 of 4 for the New York Marathon. Hope you enjoyed this quick fire update today. In the meantime, if you are running New York, drop a comment down below. Hopefully get to see you at the shakeout runs next week. There's many going on, and hopefully get to see you maybe sometime at the weekend. So if you are running, drop a comment down below. Stay safe, run strong, check in next time. Peace out.